Hello, my name is Jesse Mecham with another episode of the Jesse Mecham Show, and I'm here each week to obsess out loud about you spending purposefully, saving oh so aspirationally, although we all know that saving is just spending later, so let's not give it some high and mighty throne on which it can sit. Saving is just spending later. All you people that think you're so great because you're so good at spending your money later instead of now, give it a rest. I'm just kidding. What else do I obsess about? Giving generously. But really, it's just money. And it's the worry that you carry about money, this just pervasive thing in our lives. And I assert that you can get good at money. And when you do, you will never worry about money again. I can also attest to the fact that you will get started. You'll get started with YNAB. If you want to use our software, ynab.com/Jesse to get started. And that software will teach you how to give every dollar a job so that you feel clarity, contentment, focus, purpose, and you begin to act in the world. You will be an agent acting instead of, well, everything coming at you and feeling like you're, just don't look around the corner. Something else is coming. And it doesn't have to be that way. We will have you proactively deciding beforehand what you want to do with your money. However, as I mentioned last week, Julie and I felt a little bit of money worry creeping in, not because we had been lax on knowing what our money was for, knowing that every dollar has a job, but really because we were experiencing a big event in our lives. And that event was causing the worry to creep in, a little bit of a Trojan horse, if you will. So we had to go back to the basics. I had to look at that pile of money in our checking account and say, well, Julie, what should this money do before more money comes in? And then what large or less frequent expenses do we anticipate? And then what do we want to set aside for next month? And because I'm a business owner and terribly conservative, we usually run about 2 months ahead. I just can't handle it any other way, people. So what we earn in August, we spend in October. And that is the way to go, by the way. That is truly breaking the paycheck to paycheck cycle and being independent of your employer's whims. No, I hope they aren't paying you on a whim. I hope they're paying you on a very strict schedule. Shouldn't joke about that. But what I want to say is the worry creeps back in, and it could be because some event just happened and you got busy and you fell off the wagon. And if that's the case, welcome to the I Fell Off the Wagon Club. But there's a little addendum, and got back on. You just get back on. You just start again. And if you're looking at our software and you're like, oh my gosh, Jesse, when I'm on a bit of a bender and there are 167 transactions that all need to be categorized, and YNAB, trying its hardest, is going to do its best for you, but it may not be totally accurate. What do you do? Well, look forward. Categorize them as bender. You have to make a new category called bender unless there's already one in there, which is interesting in its own right. Make a new category called bender, put them all in bender, move money from all your other very delicate, you thought so hard about it, all those numbers, grab the money from all those categories, put that in the bender category, and you are done. You are caught up. Do we know what happened during the bender? No, but that's why I keep saying bender. And from a guy that's never drank, I feel like I'm doing pretty well, kind of nailing what this whole thing is about. You don't know what happened, okay? I've seen enough movies, okay? So if you've got this situation where all the bender transactions have been categorized appropriately as bender, now you're just looking forward, and that's all you need to do. While it is important that we look back and analyze what happened, it is only important to the extent that it helps us look forward. It's probably far more important that you tell yourself, hey, it's okay. We're getting back on the wagon. We're going forward, and practice some affirmations than it is to say, I need to nail categorizing all 167 of these transactions. I mean, who's got the time for that? So do whatever you can to get your shoulders square to the path going forward. Forgive yourself. Know that of the 100 whatever people that work at YNAB, 150, 180, I don't know, that every one of us can tell you a time, and we are professional YNABers. Every one of us can tell you a time where we fell off the wagon. I mean, Ernie, our resident budget nerd, I mean, who would never fall off the wagon except Ernie? And he does. He's got to catch up. Now, does he do it in a nerdy way? Of course he does. But the important thing is he just gets going again. So you just face forward. So no matter what has happened, no matter what kind of bender you are on, we just square our shoulders to the path that you've charted, by the way, because you're acting in the world, and you go forward. That is the secret to success. Not perfection, but persistence. I mean, that should be like on an Instagram reel or something. I don't even have a teleprompter here, guys. I just rolled off the tongue. I probably read it. It's probably not even nothing. There's nothing new under the sun. So I did not come up with that. Until next time, remember, I did come up with this. You give every dollar a job. So get back on that wagon by doing just